Hello again. We're back again, aren't we? What the fuck? We're back again with another multimedia press preview screening? Oh yeah. Although this time I didn't get invited. I was a +1 for another content friend. And honestly, it was a little bit offensive. Black Bag. Yeah, the new Steven Soderbergh film. Starring Michael Fassbender, Cate Blanchett, Naomi Harris. Basically 6 lead performances, all of faces that you'll recognise. And it's an espionage, spy, drama, thriller set in the modern day London. If you want any more information, fucking Google it. As I always say. Because I don't want to do a review that is simply telling you a synopsis. I saw this at a multimedia screening, like I say. It was at a View West End Leicester Square again, where I was on Monday for Opus. However, we were in screen 6 this time, and I was in seat D14, if you'd like to go sniff it. I was really excited for this film. I said to my content friend, it's George from Pulp Kitchen again. I don't know why I keep saying my content friend. I said to him in advance, you can always expect a bit of quality from Steven Soderbergh. And he kind of recoiled at that statement, reminded me that Unsane was terrible and Presence was a misstep, and he pumps out films, twice a year nowadays and doesn't really give a shit about the final product, it seems. And so that kind of tempered my expectations going in. I was like, yes, but Steven Soderbergh doing a spy thriller, that's kind of his bag. Slick, kind of like cool, groovy thing. I can't think of the genre. Basically, Ocean's 11, Out of Sight, that type of thing. Like, that is Soderbergh in my eyes. First thing to say is the trailer is not representative of this film. So if you have gone and Googled it, I would say the trailer represents this film as a relatively action-packed spy thriller, and it's not that. Not many locations, sometimes quite extended periods of dialogue. It's filmed in a very slick way and it looks fantastic, which you'd expect from Soderbergh, but I wouldn't say it's flashy. So yeah, when it started, I was kind of a bit like taken off balance by that, I would say, and took a few moments to recalibrate and be like, oh, it's this type of film. But then at the same time, I was also already quite excited by the fact that it seemed considered, I would say, because like we're saying about Soderbergh, he does pump out films at a rapid rate at the moment, and sometimes you watch them and you feel like, how much planning really went into this? Did they just kind of find a few offhand locations, get it done, quick, let's move on kind of thing? This felt like, okay, it feels like a film has been attempted to be made here, at least, like a proper film. It felt like the cinematography was well thought out. It wasn't something that looked like it had been set up like in like 20 minutes. Fuck it, let's film. We're going to do this whole film in 12 days and just get out, edit it. And then as it goes on, it does start really cool and slick, but then there's like sprinklings of comedy in there. And at first, I probably felt more unsure than the audience around me that that's what the intention was, that there was supposed to be genuine comedy. Not like slapstick, like Spy. What was that one with Melissa McCarthy? But not like that. Like really kind of wry kind of adult comedy. Again, the type of comedy you would find in like a dialogue-heavy play. Those kind of like one-liners that sound really cool, and then and so the audience were chuckling, and I was so happy. I was in a really good audience of people who really clicked onto the film early, because it helped me click onto the film. And just again speaks to the value of a cinema experience. And as the film went on, those comedy elements really came to the fore almost. Like almost the primary value of this film was some really nice, intelligent comedic lines and moments, which I won't spoil. But that was a massive surprise, and I loved seeing that, because again, I think that is another strength of Steven Soderbergh that I love to see. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it's slick. Yes, it's adult, but it's also cheeky and playful, I would say. That's Steven Soderbergh at his best. It felt like as well that the actors were committed to their roles, and that they weren't just kind of phoning it in for a mate, i.e. Steven Soderbergh, over the course of a weekend of filming. Michael Fassbender was really giving it with the big thick rimmed glasses and the kind of like gun, and he was like, I've never been beaten at the polygraph. Like he's like characterized his character. He's not just doing Michael Fassbender. Same with Cate Blanchett. She's the same. And is she Australian? I always fucking forget, and it pissed me off. Yeah, she's Australian. It's crazy how good her accent is. It's mental. Naomi Harris, I'm a huge fan of Naomi Harris. I think she's underrated and underused in Hollywood, I would say. She's got a real nice, juicy role in this. And the whole cast just feel really committed and brilliant. And they're really going for it with this film. This isn't just throwaway. And I was kind of led to believe by the marketing almost that it was throwaway, because they're not really pushing the marketing. And even at this multimedia screening, normally they have like a photo opportunity. They've got like garbs up and shit and like fancy little trinkets hanging around. It was nothing. They had a little cardboard thing of the title, but there was no like photographer. I'm not saying this for me. I'm not saying like, oh, where's my photographer? I'm saying I was there and I was like, oh, this actually aligns with the marketing policy that I've seen everywhere else for this film, which is they don't really give a shit. And I thought that they didn't give a shit because maybe it was shit, or maybe it was just a throwaway film from Soderbergh, but it's not. Anyway, it's a 90-minute film, really tight, really engaging, and by the end, me and the couple of mates we all agreed we were really locked in. And when the film ended, we all looked at each other and did this kind of face. Like, I think I really enjoyed that. And it's weird in this modern era to go into a film that you don't really know what it's going to be, for it to be like a film that's made for adults, a film that feels engaging, a film that feels surprising, was just a genuine good night out at the pictures. That feels really unusual nowadays, because normally you're either going in knowing everything about something and you're excited for it and it may be good or bad, or you're going in because it's a massive film, like the new Nolan film, that you're just buzzing to see because you have to see it. Or it's like a Blumhouse film, it's a tiny, tiny, tiny horror. And this just feels in that little slit of movies that we don't have anymore. Adult, mid-budget dramas, and a really successful one as well. And if you are a fan of that kind of Ocean's 11-y, out of sight kind of vibe, or if you are a fan of Michael Fassbender in other spy thrillers such as The Killer and The Agency, which was on Paramount Plus, or if you do just want to see something that feels like it's been made for an adult, I really recommend it, actually. And I haven't rated it on Letterboxd yet. Go follow me on Letterboxd, it's @Fred Asquith. But thinking out loud live in the moment, probably going to give it like a 3.5 out of 5, which is 7 out of 10. I reckon, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. If you're watching this, if you got this far, please go have a look at Let's Write a Screenplay, which is on this channel. It's me and my friend Ian attempting to write the first ever crowdsourced movie script, where we want comments to help us write a script from start to finish on film in front of your very eyes. And then you'll see us in the process of trying to finish that, sell that, and get that film made, which sounds like a flight of fancy, but that's the whole fun of it. We have no idea what we're fucking doing, but we're having a good time. We're on filming episode 12 today. Yeah, give it a go. Let's Write a Screenplay. Follow me on Letterboxd. Thanks for watching. Black Bag, give it a go.